Hey everybody, this is 13 weather meteorologist Sean Ash with a fresh update on what is now Hurricane Helene here, and everything so far working out as expected. 80-mile-per-hour wind. The center of the circulation is near Cancun, and over the course of the next 24 hours, Helene's going to get out into the Gulf of Mexico, going to ramp up here, both in terms of its wind field and its forward speed. Both of those are going to be key. Okay, let's show you how this is going to play out. And first of all, just to let you know that almost the entire state of Florida has either a tropical storm warning or a hurricane warning. Tropical storm warnings from near Destin, and those go all the way down into the Keys. And then hurricane warning has been kind of fine-tuned just near Tampa and then over toward the Big Bend region. And somewhere in this vicinity is where we're going to get that landfall come Thursday. In addition to that, this wind field again is broadening out and strengthening at the same time, and then the forward speed at landfall ups the odds that we're going to get hurricane force wind well into central and southern Georgia, and even tropical storm, possibly high-end tropical storm force wind well into northern Georgia and parts of the Carolinas. I mean, it's going to end up being a massive storm, massive impacts over the southeastern U.S. Tropical storm watch for the city of Atlanta, and again up into the parts of the western Carolinas here. All right, so let me show you the latest track, and you can see again how we talked about just how wide this massive wind field is. Sometime around Thursday evening as at least a Category 3 hurricane. Now I want to play this and I want you to watch, and you can see why those watches are issued. So there's the modeled center of circulation roughly Friday morning. This thing is going to get like a slingshot come whipping in here on Friday. And we're going to have very windy conditions. Hurricane force winds, no, but impactful, yes. And we're going to talk about why this thing is going to get pulled back so rapidly and in such a violent way, atmospherically speaking here. It's something called the Fujiwhara effect. You probably have heard about it on social media by now, but essentially what's going to happen, so here's the circulation with Helene. Here's the upper low that is pulling down. This is going to absorb and make the energy of Helene pinwheel around it and get ingested. Meteorologically speaking, it's a fascinating, we don't see it very often in this part of the U.S. You can see that, boom, big whip there, all right? And then we're just gonna have a bunch of wind issues with it. I'll show you that one more time. So there's a high pressure here, there's the upper low here, and then here comes Helene, and you can see it gets pinched in and then whipped around. And there you go. All right, so what does all that mean for us here locally? Well, we are going to get caught up in the wind energy that's left over from this system as it merges with that upper low. And I mean, you can see that swath of high wind here as we go into a Friday. All right, we've issued a weather impact alert day for a couple of reasons. One, and again, we're not talking 70+ mile per hour wind, but 30 to 50 mile per hour gusts for several hours over a large part of our area likely is going to cause some power outages over numerous counties. Now, exactly how much and where they're concentrated, at least right now, we can't tell you that part of the forecast. But we want you to be aware that and make plans for, be prepared for power outages Friday and impact to Operation football games. It'll be windy all day long Friday, but the strongest gusts right now for us, we think probably occur in the 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. window, okay? In addition to that, we will have some rain and possibly some embedded rotation, which is very common with tropical systems. So here again, this is the wind gust forecast. Again, you know, in the morning, we're still talking gusts that are 25 to 30, but those are going to start to peak up. And it would be something different if we just had a couple of hours of this, but we're gonna have several hours of some pretty substantial wind gust here. So power outages in play. We mentioned impacts to football. Even if you don't have high gusts, you're going to have wind. I mean, sustained wind Friday during game times, northeast, almost at 30 miles per hour. So we will have some stronger gusts. All right, so we've got the rain issues and the wind issues on Friday. And speaking of the rain, so we start Friday morning. The majority right now looks to be dry. But as the morning unfolds, we're going to be following this band of rain that approaches I-70 by the middle part of the day. And then by later in the afternoon, we'll have to really monitor any heavier cells for potentially a little bit of spin. And it could be a situation where, you know, you get up pretty far north, there's going to be a really sharp cutoff on Friday of who gets rain and who just has a windy day. And whether or not that's going to be Indy or if it's going to be a little bit farther north. Again, that's still a little uncertain at this point in time too. But we feel a little more confident. You'll get farther north, you might not have a drop of rain on Friday. That will change as we go into the weekend here. And speaking of, this is going to be tweaked a little bit, but this will be for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Pretty solid, fresh inch of rain. Likely will be 1.5 to 2 inches just south of I-70. And then the farther north you go, maybe a little bit less, but still some beneficial rainfall. But it will have impacts to weekend here. Today, tomorrow, just isolated chances. And then from south to north, that rain will start to increase on Friday, scattered to numerous showers around both Saturday and Sunday here. Okay? We want you to be aware of that. This is 11 p.m. on Friday. What's the merging of those two vortices that we talked about will be spinning around by the boot hill of Missouri. And then whipping around that occasionally will be these showers around. I know a lot of folks have asked about college football. We've got IU, Maryland. We've got Purdue at home. We've got Notre Dame at home as well. IU probably has a higher chance of having a wetter game. Whether it's going to be at the start or the finish, we're still kind of waiting that out. Showers might be a little more intermittent for Nebraska and Purdue, and then on and off perhaps up in South Bend. But all locations this weekend will still have some breezy conditions, but Friday evening will be the strongest. So again, a weather impact alert day for Friday. Please stay with us. We'll be updating the blog, giving you these videos, and keeping you updated as Helene makes the approach to central Indiana.